A good Erev Shabbos, Parshas Zachor. At the end of Kriyas HaTorah this week, everyone comes to Shul, Anoshim, Noshim, V'taf, to hear the Zechira of Maisa Amalek, to hear the Balkaire say over the story of what exactly Amalek did to us when we were leaving Mitzrayim. Rabbi Chanan Wasserman Shlita, or I should say Zecher Tzadik V'Kadosh Livracha, he asked a kasha in Kavitz Ma'amarim in Parshas Beshalach. He asks that in every battle, someone always has something to gain. In every war, somebody always has that something that they're trying to achieve, whether that's territory, people, is a philosophy that they want to place upon everyone else. Whatever it is that they're fighting about, there always has to be a reason to fight. Seemingly, Chayra, Amalek had nothing that they were gaining in this battle when they attacked us. The Yidden were leaving Mitzrayim. We had no territory. They just want to hurt us? What did they gain by karcha, by just happening upon us and attacking us? Was it just chas v'shalom by chance that they came to fight with us? L'chayr not. L'chayr they had an agenda. What exactly was their agenda? Is kasha number one on Amalek. Kasha number two. So we have a mitzvah say to go ahead, come to shul, everyone, and listen to the story. So that's it. Just listen to the story. It's a mitzvah. I heard the story. Now I can go on with my life, and that's it. Kash number three. So this is the one mitzvah, or the one parsha, not the one mitzvah, but this is the one of the four readings that we're commanded to hear in Adar. Shkalim, Zachor, Para, HaChodesh. And this is the one that always falls out right before Purim, seemingly because there's a connection between Amalek and Haman. But why is this the one parsha that's a daraisa to commemorate, to read again? Why is this the one time that all of the families and the women and the children are all chayiv to come hear the story of Amalek? What's so special about Amalek in this story as opposed to the other four parshas? Rabbi Chanan suggests a mahalach that what Amalek, just to start with the first question, what were they after? What were they fighting for? Amalek is the antagonist in this Yidden's Purim story. In Mitzrayim, when we were leaving, the bad character was Amalek, as it so often is. The Yetzer Hara, the Sitra Achar, the dark side was Amalek. What were they after? What were they coming to fight with us for? Zakta V'chanan, all Amalek wants in this world is to bring down Kedusha, to not let Kedusha flourish, to constantly give problems to the Yidden, to constantly keep us from steiging. He says that it's happening even, and that's why it's a consistent mitzvah, even b'yom b'zman hazeh, because we always have to continue to fight. So Amalek, when they came to attack us, they said, "Oh, you guys think you're so great with the Kriyas Yamsuf and everything? Boom, I'm gonna come attack you to keep you from getting the Torah, to keep you from steiging." Zakta B'chanan, the same thing. We can use the same answer to answer the second question. Why do we have to all come to shul? It's a pretty easy answer now. Just to remember, just to hear it was the question. That's it. Chayr will suggest Al Pi Rabbi Chanan that when everyone has to come to shul to hear it, to be yotze, it's that everyone's coming to be moisev the kedusha. When someone's fighting a battle and they're going to come and say, "Hey, I don't want kedusha to flourish," that's what Amalek's doing. What we do is exactly the opposite. We come to shul to all hear the story because that's a moisev of kedusha. Everyone's coming together to hear the Kriyas HaTorah together. That's fighting back on Amalek. The third question was, why does it have to be? Why is this a mitzvah d'oraisa that the women and the children have to come? The same answer, because what they were trying to accomplish was to bring down kedusha, to keep it from flourishing. What we do is we say, bring all the men, women, and children together, and let's hear about the story of Amalek. Mark Twain, I heard over, says that what's left of all of these other nations that always started up with Klal Yisrael, what's left of them? They're but an exhibit in the Museum of Natural History. But the Jews continue to flourish and flourish. Baruch Hashem and Kain Yirbu. Everyone comes together, men, women, children, to learn, to hear the Kriyas HaTorah about all these people that attacked us. But this battle is different because it hasn't completely ended. We have next week we're going to talk about the Megillah and talk about how Amalek manifested itself there with Haman. But Amalek is still nowadays. Zak Chazal. Chazal say the gematria of Amalek we know is Suffolk. It creates doubts. Amalek knows that we have Amunah. Amalek knows that we have Torah, we have Tefillah. They're not going to be able to go and just say, give it all up. But they can come and say, but really though, is there a suffix? They'll say, do you have to get up for Shachar today? Do you have to go do that nice thing? They're always trying to create a suffix, a doubt in our mind, just that little pinhole size of a suffix. And we have to go ahead and squash that suffix to make things a vadai for us and say, nope, this is the Ratzon Hashem. Chayra, just to be myself one small nakuda, when we're trying to learn, to daven, to do a Maisa Kedusha, not only are we doing that mitzvah, but we're also doing the Maisa of Zechira of Mechias Amalek. We're also, when we learn a Block Gemara, when we daven, it's not just the mitzvah of tefillah, it's not just the mitzvah of learning Torah, it's also the mitzvah of killing Amalek. It's also the mitzvah of stomping on the floor when we hear Amalek's name. Learning Torah is the best way to fight back. They say, bring down Kedusha. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want you to be a part of it. I don't want it anywhere. And we say, no, I'm going to go ahead and learn. A person should say, Hineni muchun and bezum and the kayim mitzvahs I say, shall lima Torah, and then they should start another Hineni muchun for Zechiras Maisa Amalek, because they don't want Kedusha. I'm going to go ahead and do exactly the opposite. We should be Zoicha this week and next week and all weeks to continue to steig in Kedusha, to continue to fight back against Amalek, to say, stop with your sfeikis. It's time to make the leap. This time, especially with all of the Siyata Deshmaya that goes on in the month of Adar with the Simcha, with Adar, when by the month of Purim, we should be Zoicha to be Moisif Kedusha and may go L'choyel L'choyel. A good Shabbos.